Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Mass Effect. Well, before we get started today, we've got a few things that I want to get to. We've got some equipment and it's been a little bit since we have upgraded. I know we just picked up the new rifle and all of that, but we do have a couple of other things that we have yet to go and check. So, I believe between videos I had a bit of a squiz and I saw that we have a much better sniper rifle. We'll go ahead and we'll swap that out, make sure that we have a bit more bang for our buck. And then for our grenades, I also think we've picked up some... Yeah, here we go. We've got some better options. We could go for the next level in fusion explosive, or we could just go for high explosive. And I think that's going to be the best thing. We'll go ahead and take that. And then for armor, do we have anything else there, or are we all done? No, we have a better medium armor. So we'll go ahead and we'll swap that over. That should be very nice. Give us a bit more tech, biotic protection, better damage protection, and better shielding. Much nicer. And I suppose Ashley could now... Yeah, she could take our old armor. Oh, actually, 140. Hang on a second. Let's go ahead and check on that light armor for now. What does this one do? This has much better shielding by about 20. Lose a little bit of biotic and tech, but you know what? I think that's fine. We'll go ahead and swap that over. And then I think that's all we need there. Oh, actually, she does have a pistol upgrade to take, so I suppose we'll go ahead and swap that over. And then shotguns as well. 207, that's not bad. Yeah, alright, let's go ahead and swap that over there. Apparently, she's got a few upgrades she could have included, so let's go ahead and have a... throw some basic stuff on here. Let's go with what do we want? You know what? Let's just go for some incendiary rounds. That's always a good solid option. We'll go with the combat scanner. No reason not to. And then I guess the pistol we'll go ahead and throw on some, I don't know, let's go with some shredder rounds, and let's put on some tungsten rounds. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that there's something there. The rest won't matter too much. And then as for Garrus, do we have any more armor here? Yes, we do. Okay, you know what? That seems like a fair trade. Much better shielding, slightly better damage protection, mildly less tech and biotic protection. That should do well. Either that or... no, that seems to be everything. So let's go ahead and mark all of this for sale. Yeah, that should be okay. And we also now have an extra upgrade space. Let's go ahead and add on in... more shields? Yeah, shields is 100. That's not bad. And you know what? I think that's probably the best thing. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to have some ridiculous amount of shielding, but that should be all that we need. So that is what we'll do. Alright, so either way, now that we've got that all done, we were making our way to see, what was his name? Was it Chechik or Chelek? That's right, the Turian agent, right. So he's in this direction. Let's go ahead and figure out exactly what he wanted to talk to us about. We met up with a lady at one of the entertainment places, and she told us that her sister was in trouble. We went to try and talk to her.
Chelek, come into my
but
office.
yeah,
I want to discuss this in private.
Apparently things are going on.
No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were there to help her.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
Do you really need to risk her life to get the information you want?
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with her safety, maybe there's a way we can help each other.
It's nice to see you're still working all the angles, Chelek.
As part of the job. Now are you gonna help me or not?
You're a smart guy, Chelek. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A. I'll cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved. I could still use your help.
I'll help you, but I need some details.
I'm trying to track down an illegal arms producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to Jenna's intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel. Meet our man named Jax. Pick up the mods and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Why are you so concerned about these mods?
We have access to some of the most sophisticated weaponry there is. It's what gives us our edge. What do you suppose happens when we lose that edge? These give criminals an advantage we can't afford to let them keep.
I'll persuade Jax to tell me where these mods are coming from.
No. You tip Jax off and all my leads will disappear faster than you can say bad bust.
Where can I find this Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Okay, well, it looks like he's given us some money as well, which I suppose is only fair if he wants us to purchase something. But I guess we're going to go ahead and make our way down to the markets. Let's see. We'd have to make our way down and around. Oops. I think what we'll do is maybe we just take the rapid transit. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the rapid transit. That way we can at least make our way around a little bit quicker. And where do we want markets? There we go. That should do fine. Alright, we have arrived. So, Jax. Where can we find him? Volus, Expat. Oh, right, he's at the lower levels. So let's go ahead and make our way downstairs. And there he is, just as expected.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
Do you have the mods?
Show her the goods.
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
I'm taking you in, Jax.
It's a sting! Bastards set us up! The hell are you playing at?
Here's your money, Jax.
Sense of humor, huh? It's gonna get you killed one of these days, Army. Come on, boys. We're done here.
Okay, well, done as requested. Let's see, is there anything else we wanted to check while we're down here? The lower markets we've already checked out. And how much money do we have? Hang on, let's just check our equipment. We have 85,000. You know what? That actually might be enough to spend in one of these places. Let's
Hello
have a
there.
look.
Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Alright, do we want armors or standard items? I think we'll go with standard items for now. Let's see, what have we got? Banshee 8. Ooh, okay. We are still way too poor to afford the things that we want, and I don't think these are particularly useful. Alright then, well, I guess that's just going to have to be where it is. Yeah, we've already got more or less better weapons all the way across the board. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and leave this here. Although, hang on a second, unique grenade upgrade. You know what? Not an entire waste of our time at all. That is very good. Glad we picked that up. Alright, so that is nice to know. The question is there something like that that we've missed up in the, at the other market?
Welcome back, Earth Clan. Will you be needing supplies for your return to the colonies?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Alright, so let's just double check. Light armors and all that. Yeah, getting way too expensive still. Omni tool, we could technically have a look. 5 and 4, no, that's definitely not good. Oh, and another grenade upgrade. Okay, well, I guess we've checked out all the right places at the right time. Let's go ahead and also sell off our junk that we have marked. And that'll give us a little bit of extra cash. Nothing really lost too much there, but we are now a little bit better off. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and we'll take the elevator back to CSEC. I don't think it's really that much longer one way or the other, so you never know. We might hear an interesting lead from an interesting lead in the elevator. You never know what kind of news you hear. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that this time. Alright, let's just quickly run our way. I would like that if we were slightly out of combat that we could run mildly faster.
In entertainment
but you know what?
news,
Could be
Francis
worse.
Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with El Corps cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the El Corps with a Hamlet who uses El Corps body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Well, I'm sure that would be entertaining to see. But either way, we've got other things to do, and I don't think we have time to go to the theatre. So let's go ahead and check back in with our Turian contact and see if he's happy and what we could possibly get from this.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Chelik.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. I appreciate your help. It shows a lot of integrity. You didn't need to do anything after I let Jenna go. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
Okay, so, yeah, nice little collection there. Let's go ahead and see. Do we need to go ahead and catch up with the sister again? I'm not seeing that right here. Now, we still need to make it up to the financial district for Helena Blake. Okay, so I guess it's not technically required, but we can go and double check that all is well. So I suppose we may go and do that just to be on the safe side. Either that or double check that if she's not out, make sure that Jenna knows that she no longer needs to be down in Cora's den. Alright, so we want, I believe it was Flux. Alright, so here we go, at the nightclub.
Yeah, what is it?
Why were you tossed out of there?
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
I know Doran. If he says you're cheating, you're cheating.
I was just tipping the scales in my favor, only as an experiment.
Still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Why don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how easily it was detected. My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
I think I'll take my chances the old-fashioned way.
Suit yourself. Well, I have some calculations to do. Goodbye.
You know what? I feel like, hang on a second. Have we still got this to deal with? Speak to him if you want to help. You know what? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the game. Free XP's
change your mind?
XP.
You gonna help me record those wins?
Alright, so.
Can you do that?
Oh.
Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use. I just need a
Alright,
few
let's
more
go ahead
wins recorded.
and.
I'll help you out.
I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
So, now that we're here, we may as well go ahead and double check in with Rita.
What did you
and, I don't know, maybe play some games.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
You don't sound that happy about it.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
Ah, yes, good old siblings. You want the best, but sometimes can't stand things. Yep, sounds about right. Alright, so we have a marker around here. I'm assuming we need to play some low-stakes Quasar? Alright. So we did play one game earlier. We basically want to get 17 or through to 20, but no more. Otherwise we get nothing. But we've got some money, so we may as well go ahead and give it a shot. 3. Let's go ahead and boost this up fairly high if we can. 11. Let's see. We could go to 19 potentially with this. Or if we go for a 4 to 7, that could take us to 18. Yeah, so one slightly less. You know what? Let's go ahead and we'll roll the dice here. If we roll really low, it might be worth it. Ooh, 15, 4 to 7. 1 or 2. I'll go for Baroque. You know what? Let's roll the dice. Yeah, so it's a 50-50 that we will make it out. Ah, okay. Well, we lost a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll try it again. 5. Let's go ahead and roll that once more. I do like the fact that it actually shows your total of how much you've spent. And then, I don't know, let's try this one more time. 14, and then I think we'll go for the 4 to 7. Hey, there we go. And we have made our money back again. Let's see, does that tell us to quit? No, it still wants us to keep on playing. Alright, so we'll play another game. I guess we need to win several games. So we'll just try and do the same thing over again. We'll roll and try and get as close as we can. 14, you know what? Again, the odds are still in our favor here for the 4 to 7. So there we have it. That is nice.
Don't often see someone getting as lucky as you.
Oh. Do we have a different one? Or Doran? Alright, let's have a talk.
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do for you?
Oh, we could actually give him the tool.
Are you the owner?
Owner, cook, and bartender. I've even been known to dance a little when the mood strikes me. We've got some Quasar stations, if you're interested.
Is this a casino?
Among other things, yes. We've got some Quasar stations, if you're interested.
Well, you know what? We have been rather interested in, we've been trying to do the right thing. I suppose we can pick this up, but you know what? Maybe we should hand this into the authority, being this fellow, because again, at the end of the day, the guy is cheating. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what happens when we hand this over.
I've got something you might be interested in.
Let me see that. You got that from Shells, didn't you? I saw him using it earlier. Tossed him out on his ass for it, too. Thanks for bringing this to me.
Cheaters shouldn't prosper.
I agree with you on that. Thanks again. Take a few shots at the Quasar. On the house.
I should be going.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
Ooh, 13,000. Wow, that's a decent amount of money. You know what? As much as we do have the freedom to play for free, we've already played a couple of rounds. I think we're just going to keep on moving. And, wait, is this for the bouncer, or are we talking to the fellow down? Yeah, we're talking to Shells again. Alright, let's tell him the bad news for him.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Actually, I gave your device to Doran.
But that was years of work. What am I gonna do now?
Maybe you should put your talents to better use.
You're no help at all. This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Okay, well, he's not a very happy camper. That is somewhat understandable. I think that's the end of that. Yeah, that does seem to be the end of things. There we go. Haven't given it away. it is what it is. And now we just need to head to the financial district to catch up with Helena Blake. So, let's go ahead and head to the Presidium, and that should be all that we need, and then we are more or less done in the Citadel for a little while. We can head back out and, well, I guess there's a few things we need to do. We've got a hostage situation. We also have, what's the other things? Oh, you know what, a few Geth attacks and whatnot. We'll figure it all out.
This is not what Jake would want.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake. I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I'm certain that she has a good reason. I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives!
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this is not your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Then support the baby's mother. Stand with her when she makes the tough decisions.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
Well, I guess if you have an argument in public, you can't expect the public to somewhat get involved. But yeah, alright, we'll leave that there. And where do we need to go now? We need the financial district. So Helena Blake, where on earth is she? No, that's an Asari human talking. You know what, I'm guessing maybe... here we are. Yep, the lone woman standing there. Let's go ahead and
Got
check
a moment,
in.
Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures. But their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
I eliminate them and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, well, I guess, you know, you can fix things in multiple different ways. I know that they're saying it's Renegade, but you know what? We're going to go for it anyway. I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing. And if we meet up with her in the third location, either she ends up being arrested as well. I'm sure that there is a plan that is going to be decent enough. But either way, I think that could be more or less everything. Yeah, we've got a hostile takeover. Yeah, okay, that is a possibility. So we've got those crime lords to get rid of. Yeah, okay, we're done here on the Citadel. Let's go ahead and make our way back to the Normandy. I think that would be a good plan. Although, Emporium, hang on a second. You know what? We've had a couple of good purchases recently. Wait a second, is that in the right direction? Just off to the left. Emporium shopkeeper. Ah, yes, that's right, the Hannah.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Alright, so we've got upgrades, standard items. I think we'll check the standard items first, because that's where we found the licenses and grenade upgrades and things. We'll go ahead and... yeah, none of these are really worth... yeah, they're not really worth noting, and I don't think that... let's see, we've got 102,000. It's not terrible, but at the same time, I think our money could be spent better elsewhere. Let's go ahead and we'll quickly fast forward.
Show me your
Hang
items.
on a second. Let's go ahead and view
Oh,
upgrades.
this one is pleased.
There we go. Okay. So we've got a rail extension as well. Okay, we can't afford either of them. Okay. Well, then I'm guessing we're not going to go with the armors either. We should probably bring out our alien squad mates if we're going to do so, just so we can compare. But I think that that is good enough. So, back to the academy and then out. Oh, wait a second, that's not quite right. Citadel Tower, the embassies. No, let's we want to head to the wards, CSEC. That's where we want. And that way we can jump back on the Normandy and head on out. We've got a lot of work to do. So,
I'm surprised to see you on the front lines, Chief Williams. Most women I've observed in your alliance military serve in support roles.
It's becoming more common, but it took a long time to prove that ladies could handle an assault rifle or a shotgun.
I doubt anyone who saw your skill under fire could remain skeptical.
alright, well, we've got a few things to do. Now, oh, that's right, we also need to go ahead and call our mother. I feel like that's something we should probably do. Yeah, it's probably not a bad plan. After all,
Stand by, shore party.
What is it?
Decontamination
Day
in
will be
progress.
yesterday when this is aired. So, yeah, we should definitely make sure that we weren't too late
Logged.
on that.
The commanding officer is aboard.
Alright.
XO Presley stands relieved.
So, we need the comms room. That should be down here. Yeah, give her a call and see what our mother sounds like at the very least. Alright, so...
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak. Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
I know what that's like. Do you remember Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
I've seen him here on the Citadel. Looks like he's had some hard times.
I don't doubt it. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw?
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive man.
He was. Always in laughter and tears. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Okay, well, I guess maybe... Just maybe we need to go ahead and speak to was it Zabaleta? Yeah. Yeah, so the ward's access corridor to the Presidium, help him with his drinking. You know what, I was going to say we're going to head on out, but you know what, since we've heard that he's in a bit of a tough spot, and he clearly has had an effect with our family and all, we should probably make sure we go and do right by him. So I guess it's back down, and off we go. Let's bring... who haven't we brought out for a while? Let's bring Rex, and let's bring Tali. There we go.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Alright, so let's go ahead and elevate it. Yes, there we go.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and see. Now, we wanted the access to the wards and the Presidium. That means we should probably end up going down here to the wards. And then we'll have to walk our way back around.
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
Alright, well, it's good to know that elevator music still exists all these centuries later. But either way, let's go ahead and we'll make our way to the Presidium and see if we can find our I don't know, we'll call him a long lost family friend. And where's the there's the button.
After years of poor economic performance, Exogeny has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for Exogeny. Exogeny's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Alright. Alright, so here he is. Let's go ahead and have a check.
Hey, back again, huh? I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
I spoke to my mother. She told me about what happened on Mindoir.
Oh, did she? I wonder. People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming as they're loaded into cargo pods. And we couldn't reach them. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. All we could do was watch as they hauled people away. I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
I'm not gonna give you money to drink yourself to death. You need to stop this.
If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
My mother said to go to the Veterans Affairs office. You're not the only one who's seen that brand of hell. They can help.
The VAO? God. All right. If she wants me to go talk to someone, fine, I'll do it. For her. She always stuck up for me. She always was naive. All the VAO does is pump you full of chemicals. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
Well, technically, like, if he's so upset about them having all of the, what do we call it?
What do you say we head down to Cora's den?
All of the chemicals. At the end of the day, alcohol gets to be a chemical too. Like, he doesn't get to rob that of it.
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle surrendered and is now being treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
Alright, so, either way, that should... Oh, okay, this takes us up to the Presidium, of course it does. Well then, I guess if we're done, yeah, the family matter is all over and done with. Now we can go ahead and jump back on the Normandy. Unfortunately, we've got to go a little... we have to... There it is, rapid transit, that's what we're after. Alright, well, at least we've sorted out everything that we can sort out, and he's getting help sooner rather than later. I don't think... Well, okay. I don't think that it would necessarily be a timed event. I know with some things...
messed up the whole galaxy when you let the Geth break free. Do your people ever talk about it?
Do the Krogan talk about starting a foolish war that resulted in the Turians sterilizing your people?
All the time.
Sorry, just leaving room for that banter. I do think that, yeah, there are some time-sensitive missions I'm fairly sure that if we leave them for too long, you lose access to. But at the same time,
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
if you leave them there for long enough, maybe things don't turn out quite so well. But either way, we're not going to leave that to chance.
The commanding officer
Make sure that we
is
have that
aboard.
handled appropriately.
XO Presley stands relieved.
Alright, so, you know what, let's just double check in with our mother if that's still a possibility. No, it doesn't look like we can jump back on the comms. Okay, well, that is just going to have to be what it is. Let's go and open up the galaxy map and figure out where we want to go
Message
in the
coming
next
in.
one.
Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that, but you handled it pretty well.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. There is one other matter, however. The Citadel has been trying to play down Saren going rogue. It makes the Spectres look bad. Your mention of him was politically inconvenient.
I wasn't aware of that. I won't discuss him again, sir.
I'd appreciate that, Commander. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Alright, well, either way, let's go ahead and see. I think, what are we looking for? Okay, so we've got, we've already gone to Feros. We've got Noveria there. Where was, hang on a second, we should just quickly double check our journal. The hostile takeover is not exactly my first thing. I think what we'll want to go for is maybe rescuing a sister. Yeah, if they have her hostage, you never know how soon they feel like changing things. So that's in the Artemis Tau cluster. Let's go ahead and have a look there. Alright, so Artemis Tau. Let's go ahead and see. What have we got? I think it's... Artemis Tau. Hang on a second. Ah, that's over near Liara's. Okay, yeah, I suppose we can head over there, and then, what is that? Oh, somewhere in here. No one really seems to know where we're going. Okay, we'll have a bit of a search. Oh well, either way, we'll go ahead and leave here. We'll see if we can figure out where that ship is located, because I'm fairly sure they said that she was on some sort of vessel. Hopefully we can find her sooner than later. Alright, so what have we got? Oh, unknown asteroid cluster. Is this... Nope, that is just a protein data disk. Okay, well, glad to take it, but again, just in case we were wrong, let's keep on searching. Nothing here.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Huh. Carbon dioxide. High rate of impact. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and, actually, you know what? Before we land, let's just double check that we haven't missed anything else. We're definitely not going to remember to survey everything if we come back. It's better to just make sure that we have all of our ducks in a row beforehand. Some more rare elements, and then what about these asteroids? I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so, we wanted... Was it this one? No. Okay, it was on the other one. Okay. Edolus. Let's go ahead and land, and we'll see what's going on there. We'll see what is happening. Alright, so let's bring Rex. There is a distress signal. And then let's bring... Let's bring Garrus. There we go. That should be a good mix. Got some close quarters, some long distance. We should be pretty well ready to engage. Some biotics, some tech. Yeah, I think we'll be more than happy with that combo. Alright, well... Looks like an interesting planet, but we're going to have to come back and figure out exactly what's going on here later. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.